we hear it?
I was stuck in the middle of a railroad track. Moved around, and I knew there was no turning back. My mind raced, and I thought, what could I do? And I knew there was no help from you. Sound of the drums beating my heart, the thunder of guns tore me apart. You've been thunderstruck. Went down the highway, broke the limits, we hit the town. Went to the Texas, yeah, Texas, and we had some fun. We met some girls, some dancers who gave a good time. Broke all the rules, played all the fools, yeah, yeah, they blew my mind. I was shaking at the knees. Could I come again, please? Yeah, the ladies were too kind. You've been thunderstruck. 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 I was shaking at the knees. Could I come again, please?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is Steven Seagulls with Thunderstruck, one of the best bluegrass covers of that song I've ever heard in my life. Good evening. How are we doing? Got good sound, everything lining up pretty good. 5x5, everything good. Y'all doing good? Work line doing good? Everybody good? All right. Let's go see who's in the chat. We got to roll it back past my testing. Let's see. Snark and Sass gets the gold, work line gets the silver, and Snark can't have both. She can only have one. American Justice gets the bronze. Welcome to the show, Nicholas's Ghost Hunters. Nicholas's Ghost Hunters. Awesome. I would love to interview you later if you get a few minutes. We do an after dark where I'm going to drop the link and everybody can pop up. We can test everything out. It'd be good. Okay, we have pretty much everybody in chat currently. That's good. Okay, we got the poll. Or do polls matter? Yes, apparently the polls matter. Anybody see that that U-Haul full of folks get arrested today in Idaho? They were wearing the Fed starter pack. You know, like they all stopped by the same shop and picked up the little Federale starter pack so they could go out and do their little tiki torch burnings and stuff. Yeah, pretty sure that's not on the up and up, folks. Don't know what's up with it, but they should have called the cops first. Anyway, so I have a guest. I have the Grim Reaper radio show backstage. He's sitting there right now wondering why I hadn't brought him up, why we ain't talking to him. So we're going to do that very thing. Hey, Cammed Up Caveman, welcome to the show. How was your little trip behind bars there? I hope it was acceptable, if not great. I doubt it was great. Nobody enjoys going to jail. That's no fun. None at all. Let's bring the man himself up.
Hello.
We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to do this thing. Go away. All right. Now, we're going to mute this. All right. You recognize this particular video?
Probably when it starts going, yeah.
It's Monday Night Grim Reaper outed by jokers.
Oh, yes. I remember that one.
Yeah, just one of them. I'm going to mute it. Let it play in the background. You can either discuss. We're going to start with some questions. First of all, introduce yourself. This is the Grim Reaper radio show.
All right, Grim Reaper radio show, Grim Reaper. What do we do? Well, on a Friday night, we just have a laugh and chill, play a few games, discuss a few things. We have the website, and we also have a radio show where we can discuss things where we don't need to worry too much about being, terms of service and having our free speech curtailed, basically.
Exactly.
There is no censorship on that side of things, or on the website either.
That's cool. So, is the website subscription? Is it free? Do you just need?
It's free. It's free.
Cool.
Anyone can go and have a look at it. So long as it's legal, as in it's lawful, there's no reason why we can't put things on there.
Exactamundo. All right. So, by the way, all of this information is in the description of this video and on the description of his channel. So feel free to go pluck through all of that stuff as you see fit. Stranger Than Usual has joined the club, and Terry Charms Life and Beyond. What's up, darling? How you doing? Good to see you. So many people haven't spoken to an attorney in 5 months and more. It's terrible, 100%. Yeah, he had to spend a little time behind bars because cops suck. Pretty much. We're going to leave the email ticker ticking. We're going to repeat and bring up comments from this point. Okay, so how long have you been on YouTube?
Well, the channel's been going. Well, I've had a channel for a few years, but I've not actually done much in the way of it. I just came across an idea during our lockdown period. I needed something to do, and there was a lot of things going on which says, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You've got to stay in your houses." And it's like being put under arrest, house arrest, you know. And I'm not used to it. And one of the issues which I had was going to stores and being told, "Oh, you've got to wear a flimsy piece of material across your mouth and nose." And I went, "Well, I'm exempt."
I wore my
still got to do it
the whole time. My Mandalorian helmet. I never wore a cloth mask or none of that.
Well, I refused, and it got me into so much hassle. I thought, do you know what? I'm getting a little bit fed up with this, so I decided to do something about it. I went onto YouTube and then realised, I can talk about it, but I've got to use strange words. And it took me a while to get my head around that. So that was the idea for one of the ideas for the website, because I thought it'd be a good place to put things so that I can talk openly. And there's a group of people who got behind me and who know a lot more about the website than I do, building them and whatnot. And started off small, and we're getting, in the first 3 months, something like 340,000 hits, which I thought wasn't too bad. The YouTube channel is really to promote things and to have a laid back type of show. Don't do drama. Don't like drama. Too much of it around. And I try to stay away from it. I'm independent. Yes, I do subscribe to people, but I don't have, I'm not a diehard person that goes after, follows a certain group of people. If people treat me with respect, then that's fine. That's all I can ask. I'd rather treat them with respect. But this one that you're showing, there was a guy who was having a pop at myself and a few other people who helped me, and a couple of other YouTube channels. All this porn bombing which has been going around. Yes, it is over in the UK as well. They seem to think it's hilarious as well.
Right this very second, I have my pointer sitting on your screen just in case I have to remove you.
No, I'm not one of them, mate. I'm not one of them.
I'm not saying you are, and I'm not accusing you of anything, but self-protection is self-protection.
I am innocent until proven guilty.
Agreed. 100%. I'm not even calling you guilty, but my pointer's sitting right at
Yeah,
brother. Go ahead.
that's all right. It's nice to have a laugh. The guy had a go, and our website got bombarded to a point that we couldn't do anything with it. So we had to take it down, rebuild it, put it onto a different server, and put some more safeguards in place. I've got my own feelings on that. That it's probably more likely to do with the fact that people don't like what we were saying, to be honest, and being so outspoken. There's a few guys in the chat who have supported me. Shout outs to Grandad and to Nicholas Ghost Hunts as well. These are part of the go-to people for support. One of the regulars nicknamed people the Grimsters, which I thought was quite amusing. But
best I've got squatchlings.
Yes, that's good. I like that. But people turn around and say, your YouTube channel is so long. Well, yeah, it's self-advertising, so to speak, self-promotion.
You have to understand, in your case, you had a website before you had a YouTube channel. So naturally, you name your YouTube channel after the website. That makes sense, right? When somebody comes in with like subtropical aquaponics, living off grid, 100 oranges and 2 acres.
That's easy for you to
say. Those guys, I love them, but it's impossible to find those channels.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, I mean, you can put the name of the YouTube in YouTube. You'll find it fairly straightforward. Yeah. You put it in on dare I say Google, and it'll pop up. I think that's probably where we started to get a lot of the views from, to be honest. People
I gotta say, you have a solid viewer base. Your viewer base runs between 100 views to about 250 views every single video. Every single one.
It's good. I think what we do is because we don't do drama as a general rule. The only drama is when I bring it in, as I did with this particular one, but it was over with and forgotten about. We moved on to the fun bits, As you can see on the screen, we've got Grandad there. We've got Baldits. That's a joke between me and him. And we got Bearbit and Audits. He's a nice guy. Stangoo is like the right-hand man. He's a straight guy compared to me. I'm the sarcastic one. I'm the one with the wit. He tries to keep me under control a lot. Doesn't work, but he does try.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
So, are you familiar with Wolf Lover's Ghost Hunts?
Yes. Yeah.
Nicholas's Ghost Hunts. Those both some of your people. Yeah.
Wolf Lover and Nicholas Ghost Hunts, they put together a live ghost hunt in the middle of, to me, it was like 3.5 hours drive to the place. I went down to show support. My original idea was to interview the guests, but it never actually worked the way that I wanted it to. But it was great meeting up with them and a few other people who went down there as well. So it's nice sometimes to meet people face to face, not just over the internet.
All right. Did you see that when it popped up? Yeah. That.
Well, sorry.
Did you see it? It's moving quick. Oh. You don't know it, do you?
No,
yeah, no. I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't take advantage of the fact that it's like 1 o'clock in the morning over here.
I know.
Cold day. Please don't take advantage.
This lady be fair. Sorry.
I'll take my bat and ball and go. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
No, man, it's fine. If you want to dip out, go ahead. I'm not going to hold you here.
Listen. Offense can never be given; it can only be taken.
That's right. That is exactly right. Only racists care about race. These two things are facts.
Yeah,
can't give
and
offense.
the only race I actually give it anything for is a human race.
Right. If you cut it bleeds red or even a high purple, I'll go with it. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the high purple bit is for people who are like anemic or anoxic.
Yeah. Well, hang on. If you start giving me green blood, for instance, I'll start thinking, okay.
We might have to have a conversation about what race actually means. Because, if you cut me, do I not bleed? Still covers it. But if you cut me, do I not bleed red? But anyway. Anyway,
it's nice to see a few people in the chat. It's nice to see a few
years.
Sorry, I was just saying.
Going.
It's nice to see a few people in the chat who I've spoken to, and on different lives, like American Justice. Really cool to get on with, but. Yeah, I came over to have a look at what was happening in the United States from the auditor's point of view, because over.
My bad. I got a little thing I got to do before this one, because if I'm not mistaken, this is your first video, right?
Oh yes, it was
the Look and Learn podcast. I like that. It's pretty cool. But I got this little thing I do, and I got it all edited back up real pretty and functional, supposedly.
You know about cars? Yes, I'm a paleontologist.
Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag, too. I am a paleontologist.
I'm a paleontologist.
Paleontologists study really old stuff.
Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
All right, so this being a bit of YouTube paleontology, what was your very first what's your very first video? What was it?
It was an introduction. It was Look and Learn stroke Grandad. He and I were getting on so well, we decided to put something together, and it was really just to introduce the idea of the Grim Reaper show, radio show, and to see, well, to set up the boundaries, shall we say. There weren't many. We just had to stay within the terms of service, which unfortunately are getting stricter. But
yeah, right.
It's the way it goes.
Let me tell you my story about terms of service. I was hovering around 3,500 view hours. Woke up one morning, had 350. I went, that's interesting. Check my emails. Nothing. Checked all my other communication devices. Nothing. Just gone. I was like, okay, fine. So monetization is out. We're no longer playing by the rules.
Which means that you don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got a copyright claim.
Oh, I don't care about claims.
Hang on. You're going to love this one, right? From an old sort of late 70s, early 80s comedy called The Goodies, right? And I played the theme song, right? And the BBC worldwide, the biggest corporation going, the biggest ring of, shall we say, paedophiles going, put in a claim against me. And he said, you can't play that. And I thought, really? Why not? I thought it was funny. But I had to take it out, unfortunately.
Did they block on it? Like straight up a block?
No, it wasn't a block. It was a claim. And I keep getting them every now and again.
I generally ignore the claims in general, because all that means is you can't count those view hours and you don't get monetized for that particular video.
Oh, that's all right.
if you're trying to be I mean, it's not, you can do those as many as you want. It's not going to become a strike. It's not going to affect your channel in any way possible at all. It's just, you cannot claim anything about it. Someone else has already claimed it. So before I start a show, I get the copyright owner of the song I'm going to make that I'm going to use, and I list it over here. And then if anybody else copyright claims that, I contest it. Otherwise, I let it go because it belongs to them.
That's fair enough.
Right? Be fair about it, at least, right? Okay.
I don't have to worry about that on the radio show.
Yeah, that's cool. That's much cooler.
Slightly different. I play all sorts on there, but we have quite good conversations as well. In there, we have a laugh. We use Skype as the way of connecting people to it, so we can have people talking on air as well. But here's the downside for it: everything is UK time.
Yeah, so it's like middle of the night for us, bub.
So you're on the opposite side more. Well, what are you, about 5-6 hours behind, something like that? 5 hours. But yeah, it's all good fun.
All right, so you started your show, then you started your YouTube channel, and you've been basically just releasing your streams, your radio show onto your channel.
No, I can't do that. Not on the YouTube channel. Not allowed to. Let's say that some of the content would probably get us taken off because we don't hold back in some of the conversations. So the censorship is on mainstream media, not on there. I can't class it as being mainstream, what we do. We tell the truth.
Fantastic. In case y'all are wondering, I am looking for, oh, here it is. Ha, here we go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. I found it. Fantastic. Check this out. I put this together earlier today. Some of y'all probably already seen
Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
I love that clip. I went digging it up this morning and was like, I remember it from somewhere, from some old movie, and I couldn't remember what it was, but the only thing I could remember about it is things are bad. You know, that was a late 70s, early 80s movie, and they basically just said exactly what the news has been saying for the past 6 months.
It's
not cool.
Nothing's changed then.
Oh, it did change. It changed for 20 years, and now we're back in the shit heap we were in 20 years ago with Jimmy Carter. Same thing.
Right. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it makes sense that it would like come full circle on that one. But they that thing got copyrighted about halfway through the processing, and I don't even know how. I mean, I edited half that diatribe out. Started to put some music in there and was like, nah, it's pretty clear the way it is, you know. Well, I'm working my weight in Soylent Green. Fantastic. That means somebody's eating something, and it won't be me because I'm allergic to soy. Not a joke. Dead serious. Peanut butter, and like 90% of the oils used to make stuff. So
you gotta be careful.
Oh well, it just upsets my stomach real bad, and I'll lose. Like if I start eating something that has soy in it, I'll start losing weight. I just don't digest it at all. It goes straight through.
Not a good thing. It's going
Oh,
straight
I'll go
through.
pale, dude. You can tell too after about a day and a half of eating it. I'll be like all pale and clammy, like I'm having an anaphylactic shock kind of thing. Except I'm not. I'm fine. I'm just having upset stomach and a little unhappy, that kind of thing. I'm also allergic to red and elastic and latex. So yes, AJ, I'm allergic to almost everything. If it's on a shelf in a store, I can neither wear it nor eat it.
Okay, so what do you do? Make your own?
I cook. I cook myself with stuff that I purchase specifically to be ingredients in what I cook. It's necessary, and the fact that I was a pothead for years and years and years helps because it made me want to cook. So that works.
Oh, well, so long as you keep things going, that's the important thing. We don't want people being ill.
That's right.
You just got to be careful.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, my brother has an almost identical problem, and yet refuses to consider the idea that he might have a common or very common allergy type. He's just like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, but you're doing the same thing I do, except you keep eating tortillas and tater chips and stuff like that, and you get sick. And then you get better when you move back, when you go out to Pops, because there ain't no tater chips out there, and all that stuff's cooked in soy. So,
yeah.
All right.
I wonder what the the common denominator is. I'll work that one out and get back to you.
Boa Omega, what is up, brethren? What's happening? Did I miss anybody coming in? Because I don't like missing people. People get mad when I miss them. Bumblebee T. That's it. I thought it was TT. I stutter sometimes. Nicholas's Ghost Hunts, Mr. Self-Destruction. Grandad has showed up for the show. That's cool. That's groovy. Stranger than usual. I think that's everybody. Hello, Bumblebee T. How are you doing today? All right, we'll get back to doing this part of the stuff. Yeah, no, I had a buddy of mine in the UK. He got a vaccine a few months ago. And hey, Jeff, welcome to the show. And it was not a reaction to the vaccine. I want to be perfectly clear about this. He had his radial nerve poked by the needle.
Right.
And so it interfered with the ability of his hand to do stuff for a while. And he's gotten to where he can kind of use his hand again over the past few months. But I'm trying to get him to come in and do a show. He's one of my favorite recovery. He is hands down my favorite recovery channel. It's My Benzo Hell. I don't have a link to throw out for that one, but no. Yes. All right, so my boy, the Grim Reaper radio show over here, he made an advertisement for tonight's show. He did a thing, and it's beautiful. I think it's excellent work. I was very impressed with it. So we're going to actually let this one play with the lights on, if you don't mind. You good with it?
Yeah, go for it.
That is gorgeous. Live from the East Coast, Caucasian Sasquatch Shields. Okay, I had to do that bit.
That's fine.
Right. Okay, so what are your plans going forward? You have a website, you have connections on other platforms, I assume?
Yeah, I've got a Discord channel. I've got accounts on Odyssey and BitChute. Yet really to tap into those in the best ways. Not many people go over compared to people who are on here, but it's horses for courses. You know, we're still a very young group, shall we say. I won't say I'm young, but certainly the group of people
Community.
behind me are younger than me.
We'll call it a fresh community.
Yeah. I mean, the important thing for me is to remind people that you've got the right to say what you want to say, so long as it's lawful. You know, if you want to challenge what is happening in the by your government, by your local council, what the police are up to, if there's corruption, it needs to be highlighted, and you should be allowed to ask questions. Now, in the UK, we don't actually have freedom of speech, although people seem to think we do. Even people in the UK or Great Britain, I should say, there's no law which says you've got it. There's nothing to say in any constitution which says that you've got it. Even going back to the Magna Carta, there's nothing which says that you have the right to have free speech.
But
and I've known people in the past to get arrested for it. Now we have people who go out and they do audits on police stations, on they see something going on in the street, they'll record it, and they will get searched for things like, we believe that you're a terrorist, or they want to abuse the Terrorism Act to be able to confiscate their equipment, because they get a bit butthurt when they get filmed, because they don't like themselves being shown up to be the morons that they are, or they can be, and I love watching the American side. I mean, the American auditors are leading the way, hands down. But you've got the protection of the Constitution. At the end of the day, you and I were talking about the right to bear arms and what that actually means. And I think you were a little bit surprised at my support for you to be able to do that.
Almost every person I've met from both like online from Australia and the UK and New Zealand and 2 or 3 Eastern Bloc countries are like, nope, keep your firearms. Don't ever let them take them. Do it. Do that thing. Oh. So, I mean,
that's good to hear. That is good to hear. I mean, you've got the right to it. Don't lose it.
Don't ever let that slip, not even a little bit. The term that is used, the specific phrasing was chosen very specifically, shall not be infringed.
Mm. So what holds you together, or holds the USA together, is the Constitution. But I've watched videos where, or films, where the police have been asked, like, what's the Third Amendment? They might know the first and the second, but know the third. I've got an excuse. I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, you're not an American.
Off the top of my head, right. I'd have to do a little bit of research around it. I know the first two. I see that all the time and being practiced as well. But
I can't always pluck them out of my head. Like right now, I'm drawing a blank on Third Amendment for some reason because it's not talked about very much. Third Amendment, is that the not quartering soldiers?
Do you know? I couldn't tell you. But someone will be able to.
What's the Third Amendment? Tell me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, brother. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. MVTV is the
Google it.
Google it. I don't care. I just want the answer. But MVTV Vigilante TV News is the excellent producer of the Pretty Lights and that's still him. Pretty Lights and everything over here on the screen. Go check him out. He does these these things. I'm not sure I can put a name on it. Things, they're videos. He goes places, he does stuff, he films it. It's great. I love it. I check out every single one of them I come across. What just happened?
I wouldn't say that they're random, but you know, they're all reasoning behind it.
They're all local. All of his videos are locally done from local stuff, local things, and local crap. That's fine. That's absolutely great. Somebody should do that in every small town in the world. Everywhere.
I mean, over here, you probably get told off. Oh, you can't do that. It's invasion of privacy. It's this, it's that. No, it's not. It's recording. And since when has a camera been a weapon?
Whenever you're doing something wrong, and the camera will prove it.
Oh,
that is
damn.
when it's
damn, that's why the police don't like it.
Exactamundo. They have their cameras, so you don't need yours, just like they have their guns, so you don't need yours. And they have their body armor, so you don't need yours. And they have their spaces, so you don't need yours. And they have their cars, so you don't need yours. And they have everything else that money that the government can provide. My freaking tiny ass town has got an armored personnel anti-mine vehicle.
Why?
I don't know. I've been making an offer at every auction for like ever since the show. I want it because it's cool as hell. I'm assuming that's why they got it.
Yeah, but hang on a second. You got mines.
Right.
Where you are.
Don't hang me mines. I've never seen a mine, an actual real one. I've seen some dummies. I've seen some dummy hand grenades. I've seen one real hand grenade, but I don't know for a fact it was real. I was just told
you pulled the pin.
I was just told it was real, and I freaking believed it.
Fair enough.
Guns, G, they for real.
Well, the only guns I've ever seen real is what the armed coppers carry. That's it, you know. And you know, they always walk around with a finger on the trigger. And when I was young, you never saw that. But when you saw it, you used to see lots of coppers walking around. They didn't have the panda cars or anything like that. And they were on the beat. And you knew most of them. And to me, they were always the speaking clock. And that's how I remembered them. Because whenever I saw one, I always asked them what the time was. Because I never had a watch. And if I was late back for tea or anything like that, it's my head on the chopping block, so to speak, by my parents. So, speaking clock, I need to know the time. Where's a copper? And that's all I thought. You know,
that's fucking brilliant. That's great. You should make a video on that concept. Just walk up to every cop and ask them what time it is. Don't explain nothing.
Don't say anything. Just like,
"Oi, mate, what's the time?"
Yeah. You got the time? My watch is broke. Well, you got it on your phone. No, I'm filming you. I'm asking you.
Welcome to the show, KK. It's good to see you, Bootsy. Boa Omega, good to see you too, brother. Did you change your avatar? Or am I just seeing it better because my screen's brighter? I thought it used to be a black space. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me fix that. And I appreciate what you're doing, AJ. You're doing good works. Cheese Bear is traveling currently, so I don't have my main prime mod in chat. She might make it by the end of the show, but I'm not holding my breath because she's on the road. You know,
yeah,
she might be watching.
I remember talking to Cheese Bear.
Cheese Bear is a goddess. Any negative response to Cheese Bear will be met with immediate and swift retaliation. Yeah. So, all right. So you've got your website, you've got your radio show. Is it like a podcast thing, or do you save that for YouTube?
Okay. Right. The radio show, I'd go on, do a live 4 times a week.
Right.
For a minimum of 2 hours. depending on who comes into the chat area will depend on whether or not there's a serious conversation or whether we're just playing the game of name that tune or something like that. Usually it's me taking the Mick, the Michael, the P out of whoever's in there one way or another. Why? Because I can. And there's no retaliation unless I press the button, so to speak. But we do have serious conversations, and we can get, we were talking about the last 2 years of what's been going on, not just in the UK, but elsewhere.
The whole world.
And the fact that all the governments seem to come into one alignment. So,
lockstep. No, not a lot. These crackers are bolted together, man. They are in lockstep. They are perfectly analogized to each other in sync, as if they're all reading from the same playbook with a time card.
Yeah, and that's something a conclusion we came to, and we were asking, well, who's pulling their strings? Where's it coming from? That sort of thing. You can't prove anything. You just put it out there, it's good to have somewhere to be able to talk openly without the fear of censorship or being taken away or having strikes put against you, or even jealous people because you're doing something good. Or you think you're doing something good, but they don't like it, so they come after you.
Look, one of the problems I have, my show developed sort of organically. I was going to read Westerns and ended up interviewing a guy and then interviewed another guy, and then it just kind of steamrolled out of that. Snowball.
Yeah.
The more I did it, the easier it became to kind of know the kind of thing to talk about and what can be talked about. But my point is, this is not a free speech platform. I am a free speech advocate, but YouTube is not a free speech platform. Anyone who starts any trash that might get my YouTube channel duped out is going to be noped out by the mods in chat. Most of them are previous guests. Just like I just modded you, most of the mods in chats have been on the show and have no interest in seeing this show go down because they can suggest it to their friends and their friends get show.
Yep.
Their favorite small YouTube channels gets an episode. And the way this is going to work is when this is all done, we're going to take all your stuff down that I've got put up there to show your channel. And I'm going to bring up the link, and everybody that wants to hop in can come in, and we'll have a general conversation until the conversation turns either too dark or too real for YouTube. And then we deuce out from YouTube and we'll do whatever we like. Now, you don't have to stick around for all of that. That's called After Dark.
Yeah.
But we had an event happen today in the U.S. that I want to show everyone because it is ridiculous.
What's your own license to do that?
Right?
Be careful.
It's an interesting one because I don't know if anyone remembers a few months ago, there was this really weird, like silent march of supposed white supremacists that all looked like they were wearing the FBI starter kit, khaki polo shirt, dive watch. They all different colors, but the same outfit. It was like they were all ordered from the same catalog. And it's like, that is such a total freaking show. That is just theater right there. Well, they pulled over another U-Haul. Those guys left in a U-Haul. They pulled over a U-Haul full of 16 people in it, all of them wearing the FBI starter kit.
Oh,
now I heard they had broken toy and airsoft type weapons. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that was something that was going on in one of the chats that was covering it at the time. I didn't get to watch all of it. The show snuck up on me while I was trying to get through the good parts, but we got it loaded up back here backstage, and we're going to fire it up at the 57-minute mark as soon as I do my play out, which is going to be a double play out today. Because I have an original cover of my play out song, and then I have the original song itself.
Right. Right. And that way, if it's right at the end, it doesn't matter too much.
Exactly. Nobody cares. So
Yeah.
we'll just double it up. It'll be fun. A previous guest wrote me a "Fuck That Shit, I'm Out" song, and I got it hooked up and edited in properly. It's all straight up. It's good stuff. He did it live too. Like, I was on his panel when he popped that thing out. He just picked up his ukulele and went to work on it. I was like, I wish I could do that. It looks like so much more fun than this bullshit. This is great, but that's music. That's actual talent.
Oh, you've got a poll. I hadn't realized you got a poll.
I do polls sometimes. Hey, Michelle, sorry. How you doing? Yeah, no, South Carolina, they don't necessarily carry cards unless it's a municipality above 50,000 people. And even then, it's kind of sketchy because they're supposed to, but they're not required to, although they do have to present it. And identifying themselves should be the first thing on the list cops learn. And here in Georgia, if you get pulled over by a state trooper, it starts off with, "Good evening, my name is such and such, badge number so-and-so. The reason I pulled you over is this, and I would like to see those things. And why are you doing that?" And you answer, they check your stuff, you leave. If they don't have that spiel, you don't talk to them. Right? It's mechanical the way they do it. They pop out, bleh, and then they go into whatever it is. So if they don't do the mechanical spiel, they're on the tape.
We when somebody gets pulled over here, a lot depends on the mood of the copper. And the argument which they have is that they will talk nicely if they are being spoken to nicely. If you start being obnoxious, obstructive to them, then they will do everything they can to make your life hell. The only legal requirement when you get stopped over here is to produce your driving license and your insurance. That's it. And
Does
you
it
don't
matter
have
why
to
you're
speak.
stopped?
Not initially.
Okay.
Because they under the rules, the regulations, any copper has the right to stop anybody for any reason, and they don't
Is it a
have to
right or a
declare
privilege?
it. When they take it as a right, because they're the law enforcement and they're there to enforce it. I personally believe it's there so that they can abuse the powers even more. Because that's what they do. Not all of them. I'm not going to tar every single copper with the same.
Are you fixing to say something about bad apples? Because I got something up for bad apples.
Well,
just a few bad apples. Is that the problem? Yeah.
No, there's more than a few.
Okay,
I would say there's a few good apples. To be honest,
about bad apples, though, the saying is not, "We got a few bad apples, let's get rid of the bad apples." The saying is, the baker returns the entire barrel because he found one.
Yep.
So you have to deuce out the entire police force because they're all culpable. If you've got one dirty cop on the force, the other cops know he's dirty. It's their job to investigate people. How is it they have not investigated their friends? I don't buy it. They know. They know who the bad ones are. They could get rid of them tomorrow. They don't. They're more interested in their pension and their paycheck and whose boots to lick next. That's the issue.
Yeah, and on top of that, they know that if they do get investigated, the likelihood of them being prosecuted is slim.
Zero.
And on top of that, if they do get prosecuted, they're not going to get a jail term, but if they do, they're going to be protected.
Right.
And
also,
that's the problem.
Also, you have the issue that a cop that goes rogue and rapes 10 little kids and ruins a party and gets drunk and drives into somebody's house will get fired and be hired by the next town over. But a cop who turns in his superior for embezzling state funds will be fired and never hired again.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes. Yes. And well, if somebody was to stand up and be counted, and they were true to their belief or to whatever the law is, in your case, I would say it was to be the Constitution, right? If they stood up for it and they ignored what the law says because the law is not the Constitution, and they go by the Constitution because they swear by the Constitution,
Now
right?
check this out. Check this out. That poll just popped back. 100% voted below average or dumber than a box of rocks.
Wow. Brilliant. I voted on that one as well. So I actually voted the right way.
You can't plan crap like that.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, it just goes to show that on both sides of the pond, we've got more or less the same sort of problems with the so-called authorities. And people like myself would, if they actually wanted to, they could shut me down so easily. Because at the end of the day, they control everything, or attempt to anyway.
To some extent or another, they do control everything because they are the ones who are at the top of the food chain, and they pee off the top of the mountain, and everybody gets peed on.
Yeah.
Hey, MVTV, this is a really cool video, dude. I really dug it. It's really neat. I like all the pretty rocks, and that big black one was real neat. Uh-oh.
I'll dig out your link and give some of your videos a watch if I get the opportunity. The other thing which we do is that we, with permission, preferably, we'll do a blog page on anybody, for anybody. And it's not in a negative way. It is just in support, and so that people have got the links. So
you can go negative if you want to, man. I live off trolls like Haterade. I actually hydrate myself with Haterade and snowflake tears. That's what Sasquatch drink.
Well, I don't agree with snowflakes. I just let them melt.
They're real.
Turn the heat up.
They believe in you.
Yeah. No. Snowflakes are people who,
by definition, snowflake is someone who is offended for someone else.
Yes.
If the person who should be offended is not present, eat me. If the person who should be offended is present and is not offended and chooses not to speak out against it, shut up.
The only time I would say that would be, I would contradict that. Sure. I would contradict that is if somebody was against discrimination and was offended because other people are being discriminated. And I would say they weren't necessarily snowflakes. They would then become a pressure group to stop that. Because I don't agree with discrimination.
No, I don't support discrimination at all. I believe that we are people and we should be judged by the merit of our character. I would discriminate against a felon, but only after I've met him, because I have met quite a few very fine people who happen to be felons.
Yeah, don't you have this rule of 3 strikes and you're out or something like that?
In some states, it's a serious deal. In other states, it's something they beat you with psychologically. But yeah,
right.
That was a drug war, mid-'80s. And that might have been one of the most racist laws ever put into effect, because of the concept behind it was that if you have powder cocaine, it doesn't count as a felony necessarily. But if you have crack cocaine, you are definitely getting a felony, and 3 strikes with even the tiniest rock, and you're going to jail for 50 years. Might as well be a life.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to
none at all. Those people need help. They don't need jail time. Now, jail time might help them, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Not jail.
Well, the hardest thing to do is to reach out for help or to admit that you've got a problem. That's the hardest thing to do. Once you've done that, then the rest, I won't say it's plain sailing, but it's, you have to take one day at a time. And I've got the greatest respect for people who for argument's sake, have an addiction and they are working on it day in, day out, and they stay clear of whatever that addiction is, I have the greatest respect for them, because I know how hard it is from somebody who has a lot of serious and health issues. You work with what you've got.
That's right.
And if you want to move on, that's what you have to do. You have to keep working at it all the time. And I've got the greatest of respect for people who break that addiction. Even if it's for a short time, it shows they can do it, and then they got to believe in themselves on a daily basis, and that's the way I see it. You know,
that's right.
But just getting back before we close, because I know we're sort of stuck for time. I'm going to, with your permission, two things. One, I'm going to do your blog page and link all your stuff in. And secondly, I'm going to nick this if it's okay, and I'm going to share it.
Sure. If you want, after I get done editing it, I can send you a copy of it.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Unless you just want to jack it off the channel, that's fine too. Whichever way is easier for you. It will be a few days before I get the edit done, though, because I can't download it for like 24, sometimes 48 hours. And then it'll be sometime the next day or two when I get it done after that, whenever I can download it.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me hit the chat right quick. We're right at the end of the show. Let me hit the chat right quick, catch up on some people. We have, let's see, who was that guy? There was another one that popped in. We have KK Bootsy. Judd, thank you for showing up. I'm glad you was here, brother. AJ, you've been doing a great job. I appreciate it. That's American Justice in Texas. She does all kinds of stuff on her channel. She's doing something here in a couple days, soon-ish, if it hadn't already happened. I hope I didn't miss it. I'm going to call it by my title, Tased and Amused. Someone's getting tased and someone's getting pepper sprayed. Yep, that's what they're doing. We've got Boa Omega. We've got Michelle. Got ATL Auditor, previous guest, one of my favorite previous guests. He puts in serious work in Atlanta. He's a local boy. We got Daily Dan's The Good Stuff from South Carolina, another relatively local boy, local person, I suppose. Yeah, okay, so they're all caught up. Now, do you have any small, I say tiny, do you have any small YouTube channels that you follow particularly? Preferably under 5,000 subs. But
really enough, everyone that I follow is a small channel. In the UK, I don't follow many which have got over 5,000. I will say this: anybody wants any support, anything which we can offer, just drop us an email, and we'll be back in touch as quickly as possible. We want the website to grow. We want it to be as diverse as possible. And open to everybody. Without the contributors, we can't do much. We can't move forward. We also want to see more people on the radio station as well, where you've got
now that you've done the show. If you want me to come in as a guest on a panel or whatnot, you got to drop me a link at least a few hours ahead of time, because I don't sit on my email like an egg and hatch it. I'm not sitting in Discord 24/7, and I'm not on YouTube all the time. So, you can drop me a message in my YouTube, tell me to check my email, and I'll get to it pretty quick. But otherwise, I might not check my email 3 days at a go.
Not a problem. Don't worry about it. I'll send you an email with the times of when the radio show's on, and then you can just join whenever you want to. That's not a problem.
And I'll do that, because that's one of the things I do after somebody's a guest on the show. If they request me on a panel, I'll usually show up if I get the email soon enough, if I get the link.
Yeah, no problem.
If I can. It's kind of a work in progress. We're working on all this, but there's another benefit. The After Dark show is for previous guests and people who want to be guests, right? It's basically to hammer out any technical issues, terms of service changes, YouTube problems, anything like that. StreamYard, OBS, anything, any kind of technical problems like that, we'll sit and try to work it out. Sometimes having 5 people thinking on it's easier. Anyway, so we're at the end of the show. You did an excellent job, brother. I appreciate you coming up.
Thanks for asking.
Got anything? Like I said, you said that all of your channels that you subscribe to are under 5K.
Yeah,
Give me
more or
three.
less.
Give me three.
Bear Britain Audits, Torbs, Taking Back Our Rights, and YouTube Asylum.
YouTube Asylum, Bear Britain
Audits, and Taking Back Our Rights.
Taking Back Our Rights. Now, I think I'm subbed to Taking Back Our Rights. I'm not sure where I came across him. He may have showed up in my chat one day. I subbed almost everybody who comes into chat at some point. Now, YouTube removes subs in some cases for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And it's not always because I didn't interact. Sometimes it's just because it's your channel. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But I guess that's their right, huh? You are not calling bullshit on me, AJ. You have to get me the link before the show, not 2 seconds before you go live. It's got to be in there a few hours so I can find it, notice it, click it, and come in and be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And I generally don't even look at my computer until after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's your problem. It is kind of like shenanigans. She's calling me on shenanigans. That's true.
Right.
Because she goes live when I'm driving. Like if I get in my truck and start driving, I get a message saying, come on. And I'm like, bad timing. Yeah, she just Rochambeaued me. That's right. All right. So you did a show. How you feel about that?
Sorry?
You did a show. Congratulations. You did the whole thing.
Thank you very much. No, I've enjoyed it. It's been very relaxed, and I must admit, it's difficult for someone who's usually the host sometimes to be on the other side.
Yeah.
But
I can't tell you how many times I end up interviewing my hosts when I go on the panel. I'll be asking them all kinds of crazy questions.
Yeah, you just don't know what's coming next. Thanks.
It's part of my personality. I mean, I do this in real life. I know y'all think that I'm putting on a persona for all this, and only a little bit, just a little bit for the show, But no, for the most part, if I want to know, I ask a question, and it's up to you. Legitimately,
there's nothing wrong in asking the question, but sometimes you don't always get the reply you want.
I would tell you, if it's stupid, if it works and looks stupid, then it ain't stupid. So ask the question. Always ask the question. All right, man. I'm gonna set you backstage real quick. You want to tell everybody, Bob, before we go? Anybody?
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for the subs, and thank you for the positive comments as well. Do appreciate it. And last of all, thank you for inviting me, Sasquatch. It's been great.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
And I'll speak to you again behind in the after.
Yes, sir.
I'll hang around for a while.
Going in about 3 minutes. So, go get you a drink, a cup of coffee, tea. Go get you a cup of tea.
No, I'm going to get a beer at this time in the morning.
Hear you, brother. I'm going hard.
All right, speak to you in a bit. Cheers.
Yes, we're just going to do that. We're going to do this thing, and we're going to say, I appreciate each and every one of you coming by. All of you are in chat and talking. Yeah, stupid is exactly as stupid does, and I'm just as stupid as the next one was. So we're going to roll out on that one. And remember, we're doing a double play out this afternoon because I got all my sound working.
This is my gift to Sasquatch, and also to myself. When Sasquatch signs off, he always says, so here you go, mate. There's nothing left for me to do, really, but this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Right. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Come on now. I don't want fuck to do. Just tap. Fuck shit, I'm out. Yeah. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh. Excuse me, please. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Ooh. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Okay. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Woo! So, Paul from Newscastle, I did not manage to get you into that part of the show. I do apologize. I saw you in there and I missed you again because I'm very forgettable and forgetful. Also, let me bring my man out from backstage. Unmute that thing. Oh, no. He gave you the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, this is the point where we close down this. Are the U-Haul people feds? Yes. It seems to be general consensus. Yeah, I thought so. They do seem to be wearing the Federale starter kit, don't they? They got the polo shirts, the khakis, dive watch, Oakleys. Yeah, look like they shop at the same store all the time.
I have no idea what's going on there.
Hey, this OGD talking to you, brother.
What kind of mic do you have right now, Squat?
800. Yeah, what is it? MB 800 or whatever. BM 800. It's basically the old V8 model.
Be right back.
It's got these. That's my favorite.
What?
Okay.
Okay. See, I could have had a much cheesier show if I wanted.
Okay, so do you see this little guy that I'm holding up right here?
Hold on. Behind my mic.
This little guy right here?
Yeah, I see that. It's your little mixing board, right?
No. Check this out.
Or,
No.
Jimmy kills battery.
All right. So when I say go, just say a whole bunch of madness. All right, ready to go.
I was sitting in the morning at the cafe on the corner. Does she see me? No, she doesn't. But I don't have time to argue. Why the hell am I singing bullshit? I don't know why. All right. Good enough.
All right.
Reported a stampede.
Where's my audio?
Oh. Burn. That's glorious. Oh, Lord. All right. Hey, Grim, I appreciate you coming in, man.
What was that?
So I'm watching what's going on.
I was like, what the fuck?
I think
Don't you
AJ
love it when it comes together?
I was in there dealing with my shit, and I heard that. I was like,
All right.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, good. Because me too. I mean, unless you just like. I'll stick with it.
And I can't do all that yet. I haven't figured it out.
You have to keep fingering it, babe. That's what.
I thought I misheard that.
I have a slut earring function. I can't figure it out. I'm probably going to get struck for that. I've got another song I want to use for an intro, but I haven't quite worked up the hair on my balls for it yet.
I like me some hairy
I'm going to
nuts.
play it in my outro tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I am. Yeah, no, he's definitely the reason we can't have nice things.
so like I'm taking your voice and I'm sampling it and I'm chopping it up into like all kinds of like crazy.
I need a remix of a song. Can you remix me a song?
I got you, dude.
Oh, dude, it's a particular tune. I will bring it the fuck up right now.
Dude, hold on. I'm gonna show you why I got you. Oh my god! I'm gonna break my-
Yeah, I want to. I mean, drink.
All right. Well, anyway, you see all this shit right here? This is all.
Expensive
This is all drum
Dude,
machines,
what's expensive?
drums like drum machines, synthesizers, mixers, samplers, all kinds of shit, dude. Like, hold on. Just I got all kinds of crazy shit I can do. I can use. So you let me know what you want, dude. I got you.
Do you take requests?
I do, but I don't do country and I don't do journey.
All right. So
that's fine. I could do with some jingles.
What started my channel? Hold on. What started my channel? I was watching this guy named Cog on YouTube. He did a live stream every few days where he basically just laughed at people online. That was the whole shtick of his content. People doing stupid stuff and him going, well, that was stupid. He wrote a song. I heard the song and asked him, if I start a new channel and a show, will you let me use that? He said, sure. And for 4 months, it was fine until he basically loaded his channel to Spotify or whatever, a TuneCore, and then they copyrighted. And suddenly he's like, my bad, dude. I didn't think about that. I was like, yeah, okay, it happens. What's up, Keith? Good to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. So he's switched channels. He's now backwards internet, and he's doing a totally different kind of sort of thing now. But I'm still trying to figure out. He can't figure out who owns the license to distribution in his channel, so I can't pay them. So I need a remix of this. Anyway, it's a 3-minute tune. That's why my intro is 3 minutes long.
Okay.
And all I need. Oh, let me show you something really cool that I found while I was fucking with it. I was playing around with it, trying to figure out what I could do. But at 1.75 speed, it does this.
Okay, all right. I know exactly.
Eminem, eat your heart out.
Okay, so what you're talking about? Hold on, let me turn it on. So I'm gonna load up a sample here. Let me find something. Okay, I got the Walking Dead theme. I've been sampling this a whole lot, chopping it up into like bits because it has really cool violin. So what you're doing right there? Wait, wrong one.
You got time, brother. I ain't no huge rush.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Damn.
Oops. Bye, AJ.
Chop's going up and down.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna chop it up. It's fucking. I love that little box, dude.
Well, here's the thing. I am completely unmusical. My family is eat up with genius, but music is not what I got. I can rebuild anything with parts on it, but I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Me and you are the complete opposite.
Oh, groovy. That's fantastic because I can create you a show that's worthy of, people taking a look at, if nothing else. What I can't do is music.
I could fuck up.
I just happen to think this is hilarious for some reason. This just makes me laugh.
want you to believe it's reminiscent of a cult, but it's not your fault. If you're white, you can't help it. You're racist by default. The best you can do is recognize this. It's
fucking hilarious to me.
I love songs like that, dude. It's fun, man.
He sounds like he's breaking off a piece in there. It's so much better than the original. Anyway. Yeah, no, dude, this whole video is just an absolute shit show. The whole thing.
It's just like chaos, dude.
Yeah, no, it's the summer of 2019.
Oh, no shit.
It's the news stories from the ma'am. It's ma'am. Remember?
Oh my god, I remember that, dude. That happened it was around fall of 2018 or 19.
Welcome to the show. That's right. It was the summer of love. Remember?
Oh, you remember I told you I got stories about Antifa?
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna do that We'll do that after we get off YouTube, brother. We got 10 minutes.
Man.
Come off YouTube, we'll talk about that. But
man,
give them another 10 minutes of us sitting here debating amongst ourselves, and we'll get to that. But yeah, no, the entire video is derived from basically a 8-month portion of, I think, late 2019 and the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
All of this, right?
I remember that, actually in particular, because that was right before I moved into this place, you know?
Right.
So that's when all that shit was popping off.
Did I ever send you an email?
If you did, it's because I haven't checked it.
I
give you my personal email, dude, because I actually forgot all the info for all that shit. So,
okay, well, I don't know. Hit me on Discord. Hit me somewhere where I can send you a link. Well,
I got a Discord server.
Oh, fantastic! Me too. Mine's
nice.
number.
I'll join.
Hey AJ, do you know what my Discord server is?
Discord 2.
Hold on a second. I'll dig it up.
What happened to my light, dude? Hold on.
Tell you the kind of the guy I am. I even have a channel on my Discord called You're Wrong. Politics go here. Place for everybody to really disagree with each other. Everybody ever wants to. Come along. Rather disagree with each other. Slag each other off. Whatever you like. I don't mind. You won't get banned. Didn't get any takers.
Oh my god, you want to hear some funny shit, dude?
I like funny things as long as they're not too egregious for YouTube.
No, it's just ridiculous. If anything.
Okay. Good deal.
So if the count is right, I've been banned from Twitter, counting today, 13 times. It's getting so bad that if you make a new account, they force you to put your social security number, your personal information. And I'm just are you serious? Why? It's just you talk about stuff being egregious, and I'm just dude,
Yeah, they used my main account October 2016. Yeah, 2016. I wonder why that would be. Shortly after they kicked off Trump, but I logged out of my accounts. I couldn't be bothered to go to the trouble of or deleting them and all.
The only
save files I want and get done with them.
Okay, 1202 is my number. Hashtag 1202 Caucasian Sasquatch.
All right, let me see.
And that took entirely too long. Carrie, I thought you were going to give me a tutorial on Discord. When's that going to happen?
It's simple enough. Go to the top. Show me more buttons. 3 of them. Mobile. Select.
What's your number again?
Invite members.
1202. Hashtag 1202.
Create invite. Copy and paste. Copy it.
Oh wait, is it all uppercase sensitive and
Pull
shit?
up the YouTube stream. Put the chat. Paste in chat.
No.
Is it typed out the same way it is in your YouTube?
No, the A is not capitalized. The C and the S are. Caucasian Sasquatch 1202. Supposedly I can just did a thing. Oh, I keep touching stuff.
Oh, there we go. I found it. There we go.
There you are. Greetings and salutations.
Nothing else.
Fantastic. All right. So the way that'll work is we'll bullshit around for a little while until you're ready to do a show, and when that happens, I'll send you the link on Discord. I'll send you the actual studio link and the YouTube share link for you to share it out to your people, and I'll also send it to a few of my previous guests who may or may not share it out. You never know.
This will actually be the first content I put out in a while, dude. Because, like, to be honest with you, I'm just so tired of YouTube, man. I'm just
dig it. Part of the reason you're tired of YouTube is because you have been doing kind of the same type of stuff for a while, and the community has kind of stagnated around you because they watch what you do. The trick to not being bored by YouTube is to constantly dip into new communities of different things, bring new people in, and get rid of the people cause a problem, right? It sounds cold and debased, but I believe it's actually the most based thing you can do. It's certainly more, it's nicer than letting them stick around and get chewed on by your mods, right?
Well, like, say if I sit down and just write a short jam, right? And I record it. I put it up. It'll get 150, 200 views, right? I put up a video the other day, a little 1 minute short of me literally slamming a burrito down my throat and chugging an iced tea, and it's like up at like almost 2,000 views.
Right.
And I'm just like,
I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. I feel it, dude. Listen, my best content that I made was simply a video of me in a robe saying this. What are the humans doing? 45,000 views later, I had 150 subs.
That's pretty awesome, dude. I'm not gonna.
It was so good. I went and got me an eye patch.
Wait, I think I have that too. Hold on, let me see. Oh wait, no, I don't. It's not hooked up to the mixer. Fuck.
So I poached some videos off of TikTok, put them up on my YouTube channel as shorts. Did basically a reaction style in reverse, where I react first, I ask a question, and then depict the answer to the question, so that it covers free use or whatever the hell it is. I don't know how they let it in, but they did. All right, so that's there. Play Rocket League.
By the way, when I said that I drank 64 ounces of chocolate milk, I wasn't kidding you. This is my second one.
You did drop the line chalky milk, you not?
I feel pretty shitty right now. But it's cool.
When I was growing up, I had a bone spur in my arm. When I turned around 17, 18, it started growing again for no explicable reason. When I turned 21, I had a dog who decided he disliked that bone spur and would wake me up every day chewing at it in my arm.
Oh my God.
Not biting me, but like nipping at it like he was trying to flee it out of my arm. I wake up at fucking 8 o'clock one morning. He's over there gnawing on my fucking arm, done licked it chap. I roll over, bump my wife. I'm like, hey, give me an appointment for the doctor. My dog don't like this thing. She was like, fine, I've been trying to get you to check it out for years. So we go to the doctor. He goes in, he does an x-ray, does an ultrasound, he checks it out. He says, shouldn't be causing any problems. I said, well, that's all well and good, doctor. My dog really doesn't like this thing. His response was to hold up his finger and set up a surgery immediately. He picked up the phone and had my ass in gas like 12, 14 hours later, long enough to empty my stomach.
Yeah.
Right. He had my ass under the knife like 20 hours later. And it is now, and y'all can believe this shit or not, I really don't give two fiddly fucks. It is currently in the Smithsonian because it is apparently one of 2 cases of that specific type.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
2 cases. The other case was in 1963, a Filipino in the Marianas Islands back during the Trinity experiments presented with pain in his mid-humerus, and it turned out to be a specific, unique mutation bone spur. It grows out from where there supposedly used to be a bone or something. There's like a vestigial bone in there. It's just a little button on the inside of your humerus. For some reason, it started growing in me. The only other case of it was back in 1963. A 63-year-old man presented with arm pain. They thought he was having a heart attack. Turned out the bone spur was interfering with the blood flow through his arm. Made him pass out, get dizzy, all kinds of other stuff. Guess what was happening to me right before I had it removed? First time I ever fell off a roof. Walking along, just passed the fuck out. No explicable reason. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't even get hurt. I didn't even know what happened. I just sat up off the ground. I was like, damn, that sucked. Climbed back up the ladder, went back to work.
All right, so let me get this straight, just so I'm following you correctly.
Yes.
I have so many questions. I'm not gonna ask them all, but I'm just trying to I'm just trying to comprehend this shit.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is that they took a piece of your fucking body.
Yes.
And they documented it.
Yes.
And it's now immortalized in a fucking museum.
It's the Smithsonian has a medical department. They keep all that crap in like formaldehyde and stored and shit. You can't go look at it. It's not like on a shelf or nothing. It's just in the records.
So a piece of your body is just chilling somewhere, just documented in books.
Yes.
That's the most metal thing I've ever heard, dude.
That's pretty cool though. But no,
cool.
I'm appreciative too. I am the second case ever. And I was like, shit, I guess I'm half avian. What the fuck are y'all telling me here? I mean, where's my superpowers if I'm a fucking mutant? Why did y'all suck?
Yeah, but not all mutants have superpowers.
I'm gonna go in and tell my wife.
Most of them die.
I'm gonna go in and tell my wife, babe, we need to get some bone spurs. I want to be documented in the world.
Hey, you could have a channel on that just on YouTube.
No, even if they have my bones in there with the giants, they won't let me go check them out.
That's so fucked up. You'd be like, but that's me. It's me.
Right.
It's literally me.
So yeah, they got my genes, no doubt.
I haven't even been looking at the chat until this now.
Welcome to the show. Truth be told, work line, snark and sass. We got mandatory carry, blah blah. Mandatory carry. We got ATL auditor, MVTV.
So fucked up. I'm just thinking about that. I'm just like, Jesus.
Violence is life, and Mexican long hair. Hey, brother, links up there if you get bouncy. I ain't trying to force nobody. I know y'all busy people. Hell, actually, we're already over time, so everything else y'all gets extra.
You know what? Let me see. Snark and Sass brings up a good point. What if you could go on like an archaeological or whatever the fuck they call it, like expedition,
paleontology tour,
and they could bury your bones, and you can go look for your own bones.
I want to find it. Wait a second, I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure they have to return it if I demand it.
Just holding up a bucket with your shit.
My ass going to hell. We're all going together.
So
I'm
you
dark.
are part
I'm dark.
of the next generation.
I'm very dark.
Race.
Oh Lord. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fixing to end the show. We're going to go into some serious discussion backstage. If y'all want in on any of this crap, or y'all want to come help decide what movie I'm going to watch, hop into the chat. We'll or hop into the StreamYard link. We'll poke you out, poke you up, and poke you in. We'll get it did. It's words, man. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Yeah, I'm gonna drink me a Bahama Mama, and we're gonna talk about movies. I'm gonna put a movie on backstage. We're either gonna pick it the fuck apart, or we're gonna pay attention to it or not, or whatever the hell happens. Nobody has to say. Nobody has to go. We're good.
If it's bad, I'm gonna roast it.
We roast the flying hell out of it, even if it's good, man.
I'm good at that. Trust me.
Oh, no. Quick question. You're Americans, so that's a debatable question.
ATL, you got anything you want to tell everybody before we deuce out? No? Yes? ATL? How you doing? I bet he's got me muted. He muted his YouTube and hasn't turned me on yet.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, am I in the StreamYard? Can you hear me?
Already in here.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm just staring off into space.
By the way,
I ain't got too much to say.
That was
but if
awesome
you watch my last video there, the sheriff is getting real nasty with me. One sheriff on the second floor told me to go to the third floor to report a crime. And then I went up to the third floor to report a crime, and then they threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
what's going on? Just
I recorded every step of the way. I recorded the whole thing.
No joke. If you want to see an actual epic, a true epic adventure, go back to the very beginning of ATL's content and watch what he's been doing simply to do a legal report about a legal problem that took place in a school. It has been an absolute odyssey. My man has been to every single department, agency, FBI, GBI, you freaking name it. He's went and talked to them in person and filmed.
Are they like fucking with you like real bad or something?
He wanted to report an event that took place at a school.
Okay.
When he tried to report it, they trespassed him. When he tried to go back and get his kid, they tried to trespass him again. When he went to the county seat to report the same situation, as well as let them know that he's been trespassed from a public event, they attempted to trespass him from that location.
You gotta be shitting.
And then they ignored the next 4 reports that he made and refused to receive a criminal report. And then rinse and repeat. That's been going on.
I'm assuming you're in Georgia.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. Yeah, they're nasty people, and the thing is, a big problem. The problem is they're all family, and I got a family tree that I made, and they have the family that works over at the school that my kid went to. The teachers that work there have husbands and family in the precinct police department. We also have friends and family down at headquarters. I mean, it's all interconnected.
Okay, so like, hold on. How the fuck can they trespass you if you're just picking up your kid, man?
Well, no, I wasn't. No, well, hold on. No, I was trespassed at the school when I wasn't at the school.
Right.
I never went up to the school, but they trespassed. They said that they trespassed me because I called the cop. My son was assaulted at the school, and I called the cops. So they turned around and said they called the cops on me, and then trespassed me because of it. The problem is, I have the 911 recording and the actual audio of me doing all of this, and I posted it on my website showing they didn't call the cops on me. I called the police because my son was assaulted. And because I did that, they didn't like the fact that I called an outside police department because they have their private police, their secret police.
Mm-hmm. They're useless police.
That's all right.
That pretty much just covers their asses.
We'll protect the school.
Yeah, and the video shows the outside police coming. And you can see the administrators at the school. They get real nervous and scared. Then an outside cop is here, and all the principal does is like, "Oh, what's going to happen? What are you going to put in your report? Where's the film going?" They're just worried about having control over the information so they could lie.
Sounds like they're worried about their rep.
They a mafia.
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
Violence is life, right?
But I'm trying to figure out how you can be trespassed from somewhere when you're not there.
You can't. That's not going to stick.
No, even I can see that one.
There's no way that's going to stick, dude. There's no way.
I was trespassed when I wasn't even there.
Yeah, there's no way, dude.
That's like law enforcement knowing that you weren't at the bank when the bank was robbed, but we're going to charge you anyway.
Well, the thing is, when they gave me the trespass, the cop admitted. I asked him, "What did I do wrong?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Did I commit a crime?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, do you know why you're giving me this?" He says, "No, I don't know why I'm giving it to you."
What the fuck?
And then he tells me, we're giving this to you for something you might do in the future.
Oh my God.
He was sitting there, and he asked him, "What did I do?" First cop says, "I don't know." Second cop says, "You didn't do anything." He asked him, "Did I break the law?" First cop says, "I don't know." Second cop tries to hand him the trespass. He takes the trespass, puts it on his clipboard. The second cop's like, "We don't know what you did, but you're being trespassed." And it's like, how can you be trespassed from a place that you're not, that you didn't do anything, and is public? None of this is computing. This is literal Gestapo tactics. This is what they're using. They are goose stepping all over our children, and ATL happened to stumble into the middle of that rally.
You guys should definitely meet Robert Barnes, civil rights lawyer, originally from Georgia. Oh, he'll tell you tales.
This is like, me off. It's not even my shit. Like,
right? No,
And
ATL.
I got every single interaction, every single one of them I had recorded. Every interaction.
Good.
I mean, I'm not a lover of any court system, but in this situation, I think you've got no choice but to contest it.
Dude, for real.
Seriously. I don't know how.
The only thing you can do is to take it to the courts and go, is this legal?
Can I give you some advice?
Yes.
Grab the judge.
The best thing you could do right now, do you have a lawyer?
No.
Okay. You don't fuck a lawyer. Okay. The best thing that you can do right now,
move.
The most powerful tool that you can use right now to your advantage is social media and getting that word out about how fucking corrupt they are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And that's why he was like, what?
Keep doing it and do it harder, dude. Don't fucking
what they want.
Look,
they want you to leave.
What I need is you guys.
Anymore.
Listen, check it out. Listen, I was in a similar well, not similar, but kind of situation that you were in, okay? I live in a fucking apartment complex, like a condo, right? We had new management come in, and they're fucking Gestapo, dude. Like, they're awful, okay? These motherfuckers came in and wanted to fucking tack on like $1,500 extra on our shit because we had a litter box on our patio, because I mean, all these stupid fucking little things, dude, you know? And you know what I did? I fucking started posting on Twitter. I started fucking posting on Facebook. I started fucking posting on Instagram. I started blasting them. I called the Better Business Bureau, dude. I mean, I went off, dude. I was furious. You know how much I owe right now?
Big old donut.
Use social media. Spread that shit everywhere, dude. I'll help you.
They don't care.
I've been pushing this shit for what, 8 months now.
I need you guys to go to my channel, sub and share.
Share.
HL, I'll put it on the website for you.
Drop a link to
a blog on it.
I'll copy and paste it.
No problem. I'll do everything I can do to support you.
No, because like, dude, I'm
bullshit.
Like, please.
No, like, check it out, dude. Like, one of my things, I don't like to see people getting fucked over, dude. I don't like injustice. It doesn't sit well with me at all, dude. At all. Period.
I'm trying to pull up my link now.
Oh, have you tried contacting Lackluster? He does
I think I sent him. I think I sent him an email.
I have sent Lackluster. Well, I say sent his video. I've been in his comments pretty much since he started his channel. He's part of the reason why I started my channel. YouTube messing with you, bro? Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, for me,
they've been messing with me, dude.
Yeah. But well, Lackluster's he's a busy channel. Now I Delete Laws talked to me a little bit. And he's a big guy now. And then CT3 put a video of mine on his channel, which gave me.
Dude, I bombed him with your channel for 2 months, I think.
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys, I mean, they're busy as hell, you know. I mean,
they got a lot of fucking videos.
No one loves to help. Sam Akeem.
Yeah.
They always love to help people out.
He said he was gonna. Yeah, I haven't seen any of my work on his station yet, but he said he was going to.
Extremely busy channel.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are. I mean, yeah, they're.
Another one I recommend: Police Accountability Report. They do some good stuff as well. Spreading the word. So there's another one. You know, Police Accountability Report.
A lot of these guys have actually wrote me back and said they were going to do something. But like I said, a lot of them are. I mean, they do this stuff 24/7. You know, it's.
Yeah, they say you're not alone. I can tell you, I've seen terrible treatment. People. I've seen a case somewhere out west. DA has had their meeting with one of these first time daughters, I guess. What's kind of the meeting? Okay, shows up there. Cops say, "Here, your trespass order. You're not allowed on the property. Bye." DA called him down there so the cops could serve him with trespass order. He came from coming in. What do you do with those people?
You know, they didn't send the bus one day to, what are these two doing?
I have no idea.
Is someone going to call these two out or not? They're playing tittle tattle over here.
Is the Mikey tobacco legal in Texas? I know it's legal in Canada.
I'll ask the questions.
There is nothing illegal here. What are you talking about? It's legal because I say it's legal. What are we talking about?
I don't answer questions.
Yeah, legal enough in Canada. That's all legal. Edmonton is legalizing hard drugs.
I am 31 days sober, sir.
Shooting up drugs on the east side.
Fuck drugs. They're no good.
Yeah.
I think they're bad. Aren't hard drugs legal here in some states?
Talk about
in Washington State and Oregon.
What are you talking about?
Heroin's like legal and shit.
Oh my. Maybe I should leave this show.
No.
Maybe.
I figure we're having such a good show. We'll turn that down. I bet
It might trigger me.
Oh no.
Better not.
I'm just kidding.
We'll show up at our house.
31 days. I'm going all the way to the top. Never looking back.
Oh man.
It's just terrible things happening. I say legal carry state and people being arrested on BS charges. They know they are. But police don't want to stand for rights. Don't believe in standing for your rights. You go to jury trial and they uphold it.
Well, cops only arrest people they don't like. They don't really, uphold the law anymore. They just arrest people they don't like.
They never have. That's another name I want you to know. Kicked off Twitter, kicked off mainline. That's even before Alex Jones. Stefan Molyneux. Biggest.
Yeah, well, they're more out in the open about it now.
Biggest.
Where before they were a little more secretive about it.
Foster channel on YouTube. Biggest Foster channel online. Free domain radio. He's on Telegram. He's on Locals. D-Live.
You ain't gonna do shit. Quit playing your game.
On Telegram and Locals, a good place to find them. And yeah, some of his podcasts, freedomainradio.com. Good stuff. Talk about the police. You better do anything. They are lazy. They're low IQ. They don't too smart. Underpaid. Too responsibility. Too overworked. Too underworked.
Well, I posted the
time, and they don't want to do anything they have to. And the easiest way is
the link.
Make it so tough and hard on you that you'll just leave town.
That
solves the problem. You're the one that's happy. Kick you out, you're always complaining. We don't have to deal with it anymore.
Like I said, I posted the link showing that they won't hire people as police that have high IQ.
Yeah. It's just dumb. Keep me busy because you're interviewing your gamer, Sasquatch.
I'm just fucking around.
He's a wannabe.
I haven't even really.
Wait to see if Linus is going to show up here.
I just started this stuff the other day. What's up?
I hate games like this because, with me, if I play a game like this, I want to drive that car up into the mountains to see what's up there.
Yeah, that's a totally different game, dude.
Snow Runner.
I'm absolutely trash at this game, dude.
Snow Runner's a fun game. You'll like it.
Hey, Chell, just sent you an email, mate.
Oh, don't let that fool you.
You can't throw any grenades or shoot any pow pow pew pew guns.
So. There are a few pow pow pew pew games.
There's guns in this game?
Yeah, you can get it's weird. It's like cartoon bullshit.
Oh, that kind of makes me want to reinstall this shit, man.
Like right now, they're doing
the car was all fucking like 5-6.
Wait, are you still on YouTube?
Yeah, we're still on YouTube. We're still.
No, what the hell?
She's like, turn that shit off before I get kicked out.
Or you're gonna get deuced really soon.
You're trying to flip my channels.
I haven't started drinking yet.
I got my Locals.
It's getting really hot in here. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every bit of y'all's time, and I apologize for the short, reductive end we're having. But
what are you talking
you can
about?
blame
It's like
her.
2.5 hours.
It's totally her fault. You should.
I'll take the blame.
This is my gift.
Red hair. The red hair.
Can I just?
It's
admit-
not red. It's orange.
Me.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks,
They
don't
cut me
mind
off.
me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right.
Time.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck out of here. This shit, I'm out.
Ooh.